Guys, what's going on? Here we are doing the day shift again, guys. Good to see you. Good to see you guys, right? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we are. Let me see. Guys, yeah, Steve, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, guys, we're going to be here today talking about these 304s throwing their kids in the trash. Because, guys, this happens all the time. All the time. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely insane. Brent, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Give me a second. Let me pin the link. And guys, this happens all the time, man. I was actually like, what if I can't find an actual case? And then I Googled it. I was like, oh, snap. This happens all the time, guys. Because, guys, these 304s, they're demons, man. Demons, Absolutely insane. So, guys, let's share my screen. Let's do that. This one. Okay. And then let's break some news. Look at that, guys. Hold on, guys. Okay. So, guys, let's look at some news here. Look at this.
All right, when you hear the name Banksy, you probably think about the street artist whose pop-up paintings seem to come out of nowhere.
All right, but it's taking on a new meaning when it comes to dating. Fox 5's Jennifer Williams has more on what it means if you're getting Banksy'd in your relationship.
New York singles, beware. There's a new dating trend that pops out of nowhere. Do you know who Banksy is?
No.
I've never heard of that.
It's an old trick with a new name.
Okay. Look at freaking Skeletor over here.
An old trick with a new name.
It's called Banksying, after the English street artist who is known for thought-provoking public pop-up installations.
It's vague and open to multiple interpretations.
It just kind of sounds like ghosting.
Unlike ghosting, it's not abrupt. Relationship expert Susan Winter likens it to
backpedaling while you breadcrumb into a slow fade. You are exiting the relationship slowly, but not to be held guilty or responsible. It doesn't allow for closure. It doesn't allow for communication.
You guys, this is how you know that this is only an issue, because this is happening to women. Guys, for the first time, you have guys that are reasonably successful, tall, attractive, especially older guys that are over 35. Guys, this is the first time in history where a large group of dudes can ghost women, right? And guys, there are guys that have gone out on dates with chicks since time immemorial and got ghosted. They never heard back from the chick, and he had to take the L and move on. But the moment that this happens to a chick, right? The moment that this happens to a chick, all of a sudden it's
how dare you?
Clown world. Look at that. Rajai, what's up, man? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, as usual. Vintage, how's it going? Solomon Grundy, what's up, man? Steve, what's up, man? But yeah, guys, they're just mad because this is guys doing this to chicks,
It's the perfect.
And guys, if you go out on a date with a chick and you don't like her, you don't owe her anything. You especially don't owe her closure. You're going to say, you know what? I'm not feeling it. Just so she can scream and yell at you on the phone until she's comfortable, please. Absolutely insane.
Tool for somebody that hates to communicate and hates to be responsible for their part of the relationship.
If that trend is getting popular, it should stop immediately, because it doesn't make sense,
And technology only makes it easier to be an escape artist, as it creates distance.
A text means I can craft my answer. I can pretend I didn't understand you. I can take time to think things through, but in real life, we have real emotions that come to the surface and we're more spontaneous.
Communication is key if you want to avoid becoming a victim of this toxic behavior.
Just ask for clarification.
So in other words, female behavior, right, guys? Damon says Klingon forehead. Yeah, guys, this is a thing that women have always done, right? Always. But they feel entitled to our attention, entitled to us telling them, oh, it's not you, it's me, and then they can cuss us out.
I really haven't talked to you.
Steve, there is no either. He says that women don't give men closure either. Because women have never given men closure. They don't give closure for a first date that goes wrong, or they don't give closure for a guy who they're just using for a meal. They don't give closure for a guy who's their friend zone guy who they ghost after using him for money. They don't give closure after divorce, but they expect it from us. Clown world.
I don't know what's going on. You can be honest with me. Nobody's bad or wrong. Just communicate.
And ultimately,
it's a coward's way out. So if this is
see, it's a coward's way out, right? Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. Guys, ghost these chicks, please. Just do it for fun. Go on a dating app, message a chick a couple times, ghost her, just for fun.
Done to you, and you feel that you have lost the most wonderful person, and you're shot at love. Please, this is how they communicate. You want to get to conflict resolution. It is never going to happen with this person.
I think you should treat people the way that you would want to be treated.
On the Upper East Side, Jennifer Williams.
Clown world. Someone says the women not taking accountability is not a new trend. Facts. Someone says, yeah, how's this news? Someone says, choose better. Look at that. Someone says, it's always the young women that ignore men and play stupid games. Look at that. Someone says, this story is incredibly dumb. Look at that. Someone says, I'm going to bank on it that those aren't her real eyebrows. Someone says, sounds like a projection of cowardice. Look at that. Someone says, here you go. That MGTOW is the path towards freedom. Facts. Look at that, guys. Yeah. Guys, what do you think, right? Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. Look at that, guys. Oh, here we go, guys. Look at this.
It sounds like the script of a movie, but cops say they busted a sophisticated international burglary ring in Los Angeles, accused of stealing more than $1 million in jewels.
Now, Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Matera has the details. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Mark and Allison. So, yeah, this wasn't a sloppy break-in. This was a precision job. 7 foreign nationals are in custody. 1 is still on the run. And authorities believe this could be tied to a broader criminal network.
But people who come here illegally, they don't commit crimes.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Please.
Started with a rooftop break-in. Thieves sliced through the ceiling of a Glendale jewelry store, torched open multiple safes, and vanished with more than $1 million in valuables. Authorities called it a calculated and professional job.
Fun with furry friends. What's up, man? JD's here, Brad's here, Tim Hicks. What's going on, guys?
Executed by criminals using elite-grade tactics, signal jammers, fiber optic sabotage, and slashed utility lines to cripple a police response. But just as they were gearing up for a second hit nearly 30 miles away, law enforcement was already closing in.
We started doing surveillance.
Yeah, but anyways, they got caught.
All right, when
Here
you
go,
hear
guys.
the name Bank.
There's another story here before we get into the here we go.
A former reality show performer is behind bars tonight, charged in the overdose death of a man in Floyd County.
Authorities found the body of John Harris at a house in Rome. They arrested Whitney Purvis and charged her with involuntary manslaughter.
Purvis appeared in the first season of MTV.
Guys, man, homegirl on the left can get it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Because she looks like there's an actress from the 90s that she looks like. I got to figure out who she is. But yeah, man. You know, I don't know why these chicks always wear this bright yellow. But guys.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
Lance, what's up, dude?
He's 16 and pregnant. Fox 5's Christopher King is at the Floyd County Jail tonight with the details.
Whitney Harris is behind bars here at the Floyd County Jail. Authorities say she supplied a drug called Trank to John Harris.
Whoa.
She was featured on
Guys, Trank is that stuff, that xylazine. Yo, that'll mess you up. That'll rot your arms and legs off.
TV's 16 and pregnant. But right now, Whitney Purvis is an inmate at the Floyd County Jail. Rome police say Purvis supplied drugs to John Harris. Officers say back in February, they found Harris's body in the bathroom inside a home on East 8th Street. Police say he appeared to have died from a drug overdose. They say rigor mortis had set in. Blood streamed from his nose. According to this police report, officers found a piece of, quote, tinfoil and plastic straw they identified as, quote, potential drug paraphernalia. Police say the foil had a small scorch mark. Police also say they found a loaded 9mm handgun in a holster.
Cooked. Look at that, guys. And here we go, guys.
New details tonight in the case of a 1-year-old boy who died after being left in a hot car in Bakersfield. His mother...
A hot car in Bakersfield, California. Look at that. You guys know how hot it gets in Bakersfield, California? Look at that.
Facing charges of involuntary manslaughter and child cruelty, was back in court this morning. 17's Jenny Hudd joins us now with the latest on this case. Jenny?
A refresher, 20-year-old Maya Hernandez.
Asian girl can get it, you know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I smash, right?
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
Pleaded not guilty to all 3 charges and is held on more than $1 million bail. Prosecutors are now pushing to amend the criminal complaint, which could mean even harsher charges for Hernandez. Here's a timeline per court documents. On Sunday, June 29th, Hernandez with her 1- and 2-year-old sons drove from Visalia to Always Beautiful Medical Spa in Bakersfield.
There you go, guys. Right, Snowboard? Of course. These women, what did I say? Snowboard. We are dealing with the most selfish, self-centered, narcissistic, anti-life, anti-family, chaotic group of dunderheaded broads that have ever lived. You know what I'm saying? Talk about putting your own needs first. She was a beauty spa for a cosmetic procedure and left her kids out in the car. Demons, man. Absolute demons.
You stupid woman. For a cosmetic procedure, lip fillers. Hernandez arrived around
lip fillers, guys. Lip fillers.
In the afternoon. From about 2:09 to 4:37, she was inside the clinic without her children. She did not check in on them. Then she found her kids apparently unwell in the car. She called 911 saying she did not believe her child was alive and that he was turning blue.
Jesus.
Hernandez told cops she performed CPR until first responders arrived. 4:45 p.m., officers arrived and the 2 boys were transported to Adventist Hospital. At 5:48, the 1-year-old was pronounced dead.
Damn, guys, look at that. Guys, I need you to put a 1 right now if you agree that fathers should get automatic custody of kids. Automatic.
Records show the toddler had an internal temperature of 107.
107 degrees. So I know that we joke around on this channel a lot because this is not funny, okay? You know? And of course, they're like, well, the father, maybe she was stressed out because the father wasn't la, 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 right? Come on. Augustine, what's up, dude? David, what's up, man? David Pitchford, how's it going, man? And then David 113, what's up, man? To see, and guys, thanks to all you guys that hit up the Cash App, man. David, thanks for that. Who else? Kelvin, thanks, man. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks for the Cash Apps. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the memberships, guys. Appreciate that, guys. We're almost at 16,500 already, man. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can hit 17K in the next month. You know, that would be cool. You know, so
2 degrees and
yeah. Augustine, yep. Studies show that men raise better kids than the single moms. Yeah. King Raymond, what's up, man? How you been? Steve says if they can afford lit fellas and they can afford a babysitter. Facts. Absolute facts. Right? No lies were told.
He had no signs of life, no breathing, no pulse, pale skin tone, blue-colored lips, and blue color to the soles of his feet. The court complaint states Hernandez, quote, admitted that she knew it was irresponsible to leave her kids in the car, and she thought about it when she got out of the car, but had no justification as to why she left them anyway.
She's a dumb 304. That's her justification. Come on, man. Guys, you can see the filler in her looks, in her lips. You guys see that right there? She thought that would look good.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Hernandez says she left the AC on. Her 2022 Toyota Corolla hybrid model shuts off after an hour of inactivity, meaning the engine was shut off for about 1.5 hours while the kids waited. She had permission to bring them into the clinic, as text messages show.
Whoa! So she could have brought her kids in, and she still didn't do it. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Oh, she's a whore.
Look at that.
Hernandez said, thank you. Can I bring my kids by chance? The spa responded, sure, if you don't mind them waiting in the waiting room, hun. The complaint concludes Hernandez placed the value of her appearance over the value and safety and over the value of the safety and well-being of her children.
Demons, man. And guys, you know what? Here it is. Look, happened again. Here we go.
KPRC 2 News at 6 begins with breaking news from Galena Park, where a child has been found dead inside a hot car. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm Keith Garvin. Daniela Guzman is off.
Snowboard, your camera's on, dude. I'll let you up, but turn your camera off. So
off this evening. This is all happening on Mayo Shell Road, just south of Clinton Drive. Our Bryce Newberry has been on scene.
There you go. Can you hear me now? Snowboard. I think his microphone is acting up.
In gathering more details on exactly what happened. Bryce.
Keith, this is just a tragic outcome to all of this. Since we have been out here throughout the afternoon, we've got a better sense of the timeline about how all of this happened. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez was just here on scene in the last hour, and he told us that this 9-year-old girl was found unresponsive in her mother's vehicle around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The sheriff says that that girl's mother actually works here at this manufacturing.
I'm having a bad connection. I think I maybe.
Let
me try something. I'll reconnect.
No, Snowboard, I can hear you now.
Continue the show. Just continue doing it.
Snowboard, you sound just fine. Maybe you can't hear me, right?
6 o'clock this morning. So that means that girl may have been left behind for
all right. Yeah, now it seems
hours
to
or
be
so.
better.
She left her daughter in the car for 8 hours. 8 hours, guys. Guys, they're demons, man. Demons. I don't know, guys, whoever you pray to, right? Or whatever you think got us here. And the biggest mistake that whatever made, or whoever or whatever made, is putting the responsibility of incubating and nurturing children into the hands of the most irresponsible group of dunderheads that have ever lived, right, guys? Come on, man. You know,
before she was found and before then medics rushed here and eventually rushed her to LBJ Hospital. At this time, we understand that she was found with some water in the vehicle. The windows were slightly cracked, and the sheriff says that there was a sunshade in the front of the car. So that was what was left. It appears that that girl had been left intentionally. And at this time, it's still unclear if anyone else may have been supposed to be watching her or why that young girl wasn't able to get out of the vehicle. That's all part of this investigation. Of course, now the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office will have.
Josh, what's up, dude? Guys, I've only heard of one guy do it. I think I covered it two years ago. But guys, he was working 60-hour weeks, right? And his wife was like, "You have to drop the kid off at whatever this morning." So he had worked like days straight, and then he absentmindedly left the kid in the car on his way to work. But he had some job and he was working. He actually didn't really get charged because they figured out that like he was just burnt out or whatever. So Joshua says, I blame Big Daddy government for making it a crime to put a few. Yeah. Yep. Thomas Brown, what's up, dude?
To figure out the cause and manner of death. Out here live, you can see that the sheriff's office remains on scene. We understand that homicide investigators are here. There's also crime scene investigators, and the mother has been detained. We did speak with the sheriff, like I mentioned in the last hour.
Now, guys, I think this is the same case.
New at 6, we are pressing for more answers as some viewers wonder whether Greensboro police could have done more to protect a child from dangerous abuse and neglect.
Investigators say Jayla Branch intentionally left her 14-month-old boy in a hot car for hours. They say she went to work but didn't have a...
See, guys, of course we knew that this would be a B-dub, right? You guys, how are they trying to ask if the police could have done something? Do you guys see how they're shifting the accountability there, right? The police should have known. They should have helped. How about this degenerate 304 should have done this, right?
The babysitter, so she covered the car windows with blankets so nobody would be able to see the toddler.
The DA's office says it's not the first time, adding that Greensboro police gave her warnings twice before. 2 Ones to Know's Ben Briscoe is digging into the case.
Here's the timeline you need to know about all this. Police say they arrested Jayla Branch last week when her child had to go to the hospital after being left in that hot car. Now, this comes after the DA office says they also warned her not to leave a child in a hot car back in August and September of last year.
And somehow she still has custody of the child. Look at that, man. Look at that. If this was a guy, he'd be in jail. Laughing Man, what's up, my friend? Good to see you as usual, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
That's raising a lot of questions from viewers. Michael wrote on Facebook, why would you give them a warning after the first time? Pandora wants to know, how many times are you going to give her? And Anita added, if she's done this twice before and was not charged, law enforcement bears some responsibility. It's Ben Briscoe over at WFMY News 2. We asked police why warnings were issued both times instead of filing charges. A spokesperson said probable cause is the basic standard that must be met before any criminal arrest is made. In each instance, the officer determined probable cause did not exist. According to law.com, the official definition of probable cause is sufficient reason based upon known facts to believe a crime has been committed. So both times a warning was issued, officers did not believe they had enough evidence that a crime was committed.
It's just heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
Amber Rollins is the director of Kids and Car Safety.
And you wonder, did she not understand really how hot it could get in there?
Do you guys think that they would say that about a man? Well, maybe he didn't understand. Come on. Now, guys, we'll do like another 6 minutes, in the chat for everyone, and then it will go members only. So either join and get a membership, or you'll have to hit the StreamYard link to interact, okay?
Did she think that maybe she's done this before and it would be okay again? There's just no telling, but we just got to make sure that every single parent and every single caregiver out there understands there is no safe amount of time, especially for young children. They just won't survive these kind of temperatures.
The little baby boy in this case is still in stable condition, and mom is behind bars on a $500,000 bond right now. I reached out to Child Protective Services to see if they ever opened an investigation after police gave those warnings. They told me they legally cannot answer that question.
Look at that, guys. Now, guys, let's talk about this here, okay? Let's talk about, these women that are throwing their babies in the garbage, okay? Because this happens all the time. You guys don't believe me, right? Of course you do, but I'm just saying for all you guys that don't believe me, let's get started.
An Asheville woman who claimed her 7-week-old baby was kidnapped has been charged with attempted murder after the baby was found at the bottom of a ravine. 35-year-old Krista Madden first told deputies she escaped from kidnappers who took her baby.
Of course she did. She was probably like, they were black. These black men tried to take my baby, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Hours later, a different woman called 911 saying that they heard a baby crying. Her husband climbed 75 feet down to recover the child.
Damn.
The sheriff says the mom tossed the baby girl in a car seat, but that the child appeared to have rolled out of the seat.
Exactly what I said a moment ago. It's by the grace of God that we're standing here with a child that's been discovered and is alive.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. Guys, what an absolute joke, right? What a joke. Hold on, guys. 1 second. 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. Yeah, guys. Okay. We have a couple more. And we have some body cam footage of a case, too. Hold on. Hold on, guys. If I... Give me 1 second. A second, guys. I have to pull up the right footage here. Let's see. Here we go.
Valley over the weekend after being left in a dumpster, according to deputies. A newborn baby was rescued in Sun Valley over the weekend after being left in a dumpster, according to deputies. They say they arrested the baby's mother last night. 28-year-old Taylor Sierra Dickinson is facing charges of attempted murder and child abuse. The sheriff's office says the newborn is healthy and being cared for at Renown. Jaden Urban spoke with first responders about Nevada's safe haven law and explains more about the option to surrender a child safely.
Saturday afternoon, one person heard the sound of a crying baby and found him in a dumpster.
At which point deputies responded and located the baby, and that baby was transported to the hospital by medical personnel.
Isn't that insane, guys? Isn't that insane? You know? Absolutely insane. Why? Imagine that you're just walking along and you hear crying from a dumpster and there's a baby in there. And guys, you know what? Guys, let me know what you guys think. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Yeah, but guys, let me know if you think that this has a lot to do with like the whole pro-choice, dehumanizing language that chicks are using for children, right? Oh, it's a parasite. Oh, it's a clump of cells, right? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys think that has anything to do with this? You know? I think it does. I honestly think it does. Because these young girls, they don't see the baby as an actual human being. They just think that it's something to be tossed out. So why wouldn't they just do this? Why? Right? Look at that.
Which led to our beginning of our investigation.
The baby, thankfully, is going to be okay. The mother is facing some serious criminal charges of attempted murder and child abuse. But detectives stress there are better ways to go about it.
So Nevada has the safe haven law, which allows parents who may be experiencing any sort of crisis or feelings of inability to care for a newborn child to surrender that child in a safe and legal manner.
Nevada's safe haven law.
So guys, they already have baby deletion as a way out. They also can give the kids up, just drop them off at a police station and not be called deadbeat moms, but they still choose to do this. Absolute, guys, demons, man. Guys, put demons in the chat. If you agree with me, you know what I'm saying? Thomas Brown says he loves the channel, especially the live streams, man. Thanks for that. Guys, I actually like doing the live streams more than videos. Hopefully, once I get like 30, 40, 50K subs, I'm going to focus more on live streams. You know what I'm saying? Because that's actually my favorite part of the whole thing, you know? So, yeah, thanks for the donation, my friend. Appreciate that.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
You know what I mean? So
allows parents to leave a child at either a police station, fire station, or hospital within the first 30 days after a child.
Equilibrium. You just have to code your language, right? Guys, censorship to me is more about ideas and not words themselves. Guys, I always say that we are the roadrunner and YouTube is a coyote. Guys, we are clever enough to say what we want to say and beat the algorithm. Guys, we can say whatever we want without having to say F-bombs and all types of stuff, right? I believe that all of you guys are way smarter than these dunderheads at YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys, all you have to do is code your language. Guys, Tom Likens said what he was saying on national government-regulated radio for over 20 years. If he can do that, then we can do our thing over here, you know? So,
child is born, and it's no questions asked. Once the child is given away, their parental rights are terminated.
If that child is surrendered unharmed, uninjured, no signs of abuse or neglect, there are no criminal charges or negative repercussions for that.
Look at that, guys. So they can just abandon their kids and there's no repercussions at all, right? But if us guys do it, we're cooked. Think about how stupid that is. Absolutely insane. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Absolutely absurd. Guys, what do you think? Right? What do you think? I don't know, man. I think it's sad. It really is. It really, really, really is sad, man. You know? Because, guys, this isn't going to get any better. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not going to get any better. Let's see here.
The baby is in the emergency responders' custody. They're taken to Habits.
Oh, yeah. Shaman. Hey, I've done a couple of live streams on this, guys. I'll do a video on modern women are witches. Guys, put a 1 to confirm. Guys, we've talked about the fastest growing religion with women ages 18 to like 39 is witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. Witchcraft, man. All the stars and crystals and all this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everyone's putting demons. Yeah, good idea, Shaman, man. Thanks. I don't think I've done a video on that in a while. But guys, I did drop the StreamYard link. This is a call-in show, so anyone who wants to call in, guys, hit the call-in button, hit the StreamYard. And because, guys, the chat is going members only right now. So guys, hit the join button for membership or hit the StreamYard link to call in. So,
well, being checked before they're put up for adoption. The parents do not have to disclose personal information if they don't want to. The sheriff's office says that the years 2000 and 2019, the safe haven law was used just 11 times. The Reno Police Department and Truckee Meadows Fire and Rescue shared there hasn't been any in recent years.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's super rare. But detectives say cases like these are never easy to handle.
Yeah, it's a difficult case. This year we've had several difficult cases, and sometimes you come across those that you can't imagine, and it's a difficult thing to have to encounter, but that through investigating these types of cases, you're hopefully finding a better future for that child.
Covering the story, Jaden Urban, 2 News Nevada.
Yeah.
And this investigation is ongoing as well. If you have information, you can call the sheriff's office at 775-328-3320.
Here we go. Look at this. Threw her baby down the drain. Look at that. Clown world. Guys, are you surprised by this? I'm not. I'm not at all. I hope this isn't copyright. Maybe it is, but either way, here we go. Here's another one.
Startling new details about a woman accused of literally throwing away her newborn.
Hey, guys, look, are we shocked?
Say she gave birth, dumped the baby in a trash can, and went right back to work at
Look
a
at that.
factory.
Look at that. So she had the baby, dumped the baby in a trash can, and then went right back to work. Demons! Demons, man!
Well, today, 22-year-old Brianna Holland made her first court appearance. Derek Thomas was there.
A maintenance worker found the baby in a trash can in the women's bathroom. The details are heartbreaking. 22-year-old Brianna Holland left her workstation at the factory and had her baby in the restroom. According to court documents, the lower half of the baby boy's body was wrapped in a brown paper bag and the head was wrapped in a separate paper bag. Toilet tissue was wrapped approximately 15 times around his neck.
Damn.
And a tampon applicator and tissue were stuffed in the baby's mouth. The worker who found the child said the baby's face was purple and body was cold. The baby was gasping for air and suddenly stopped. The worker slapped the baby on the butt and the baby started to cry.
Damn, look at that.
Prosecutor Christina Karabov praised the worker's life-saving efforts but declined to address formal charges. How is this not attempted murder?
At this point, we're reviewing all the possible charges that could be before us. And what we needed to do from our preliminary charging until the charging decisions that we'll announce tomorrow was to interview medical staff, to conduct other interviews.
Do you see how they're not immediately going for attempted murder, guys? What's this chick's name? Brianna Holland? Let me see if I can find the end of this case. Hold on. Brianna Holland. Brianna Holland. Let's see. Let's see if I can find an update. Baby in the trash. Maybe I can find it on
22-year-old Brianna
Google.
Holland left her workstation at the and is
made by the alleged perpetrator in this case to make sure that we had the correct decision.
one of the saddest aspects of the case is the fact that there was a fire station directly across the street from the factory. According to the safe haven law, Holland could have dropped the baby off, no questions asked, at any firehouse, police station, or hospital emergency room.
We'll continue to drive that message home over and over and over as the days go on, and hopefully it sinks in with folks. So if there's anyone else out there that runs
You notice how they're saying anyone else like it's friggin' dudes doing this? No, it's women that are doing this. Guys, you notice how they always use gender neutral language when it's women doing messed up stuff? If it's men, they always say men. Clown world.
The same situation, that they're going to make the right choice and bring the child to a fire station, police station, or a hospital.
Holland worked at the factory and also attended Kaplan College. On Friday before this incident, she and her twin sister were registering for classes. Prosecutors tell me that the baby is alive and well. The Department of Child Services will determine the future of the child. Derek Thomas, RTV6.
In court documents, Holland's boyfriend said she had a prior abortion and didn't want to disappoint her mother with another.
Look at that. So she had a baby deletion before. Look at that. Guys, you have to laugh to keep from crying, right? You have to. They're demons, guys. Demons.
Pregnancy. She's held on $50,000 bond. Formal charges will be filed against her in the morning. More details now on Indiana's safe haven law. That is.
Hey guys, Tim Hicks, Steve M, Thomas Brown. Guys, how much time do you think this Thunderhead got? How much time? Anyone? So guys, she actually got found guilty. And she pled guilt. No, she pled guilty to attempted deletion. 50 seconds. Look at this, guys. She got 30 years total, but she's doing them at the same time. So she got 20 years. Guys, do you guys think that that's a good enough punishment? I don't. She should have got life without the possibility of parole. Absolutely insane, man. Insane. The guy's calling. Where's the other chick? Let's see how much time this person got. What's the chick's name? Let's see. Did I not have the name? Taylor Sierra Dickinson. Okay, let's see how much time this Thunderhead got. Let's see. All right, guys, how much time do you think this person got? Oh, this just happened. So never mind. Okay, but guys, we have a couple more cases to go. Look at this. Chick on the right's kind of cute, you know? Sorry, guys.
40-year-old Kareem.
Sorry, guys. I didn't have the right screen on. Sorry.
Now to our other top story tonight. Less than 12 hours from now, the woman accused of
on the right, guys. She can get it, you know?
Abandoning her newborn baby in the woods of Forsyth County is faced to set a judge.
It took 4 years to find 40-year-old Karima Jwani of Cumming and arrest her in connection with baby India's discovery in 2019. That baby is now thriving, but as our John Sherrick explains, the investigation is just beginning.
It was DNA that detectives say finally, after 4 years, linked this abandoned newborn girl.
Can you imagine you just find a newborn in the woods? Isn't that crazy? Guys, like stop and think about that for a second. How insane that is. You're just going for a nice evening stroll. You know what I'm saying? And guys, think about how crazy that would feel. To actually think that if you hadn't have found that kid, they would perish and be eaten by friggin', I don't know, weasels or whatever. You know what I mean? Come on.
They've always called baby India to now 40-year-old Karima Jawani, the woman who had just given birth hours earlier inside a car. Forsyth County Sheriff Ron Freeman revealing details about that night, never released until now.
Karima Jawani drove alone for a significant period of time after the birth of baby India with the child in the car, and she made no effort to leave this child at any safe place where there was any remote possibility of her being located until she decided to tie the baby in a plastic bag and throw it into the woods to die.
The sheriff says divine intervention saved baby India that night. Alan Raggets and his family just happened to hear the baby's cries from their home, called 911.
We can hear a baby crying in the woods outside of our house.
Deputy Terry Roper, himself a father, reached the baby first.
She's in a plastic fucking bag. What the fuck? Guys, I try to not swear, guys. You know what I'm saying? I try to, what the fuck is wrong with people? Guys, I'm telling you, demons. Guys, type demons in the chat. What is wrong with people? And guys, here's the thing. I don't like kids. That's why I don't really want to have any. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having any kids, but how can you do this to the most vulnerable people there are? And guys, this is why we say this. The majority of deaths with the elderly, the infirm, or the young are from women. You know what I'm saying? Colin, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Just put her in a friggin' plastic bag, threw her away, and drove off. Demons, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It just seemed like, just give her love, pick her up, get her warm and love her. She'd never experienced love before.
You hear his voice cracking, guys? Imagine how shook up he must have been. You know what I'm saying?
I was honored to be the first one to be able to do that. 4
years later, Terry Roper was part of the team arresting Karima Jawani, who was still in Forsyth County.
Look at the size of this guy in the back. Look, I hope that they reinforce that stage. Dang.
After all these years, Freeman, incredulous, he says, Jawani could have used the Georgia safe haven law to leave her baby anonymously at a police station, fire station, or hospital within 30 days of birth and never be prosecuted, with no harm to the baby.
Callous, incomprehensible, and it's infuriating.
The investigation far from over, the sheriff says. He confirms Jawani is cooperating, but he's not disclosing whether she confessed. For now, they are celebrating the life they say she meant.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
All right, guys, let's see if I can find the update on this. Was it Karima Jawani is her name? Let's do how do you spell this? Karima Jawani, right? Karima Jawani, baby. Okay, guys, here we go. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can find the story. Karima Jawani, baby. Here we go. Just updates.
Deputy, are you ready?
Oh, this is her whole thing here.
It was DNA that detectives say finally, after 4 years, linked this abandoned newborn girl they've always called baby India to now 40-year-old Karima Jawani, the woman who
We saw this. Let's do her sentencing. Guys, how much do you think time do you think she got? Ooh.
In your 17 court watch.
This is a different story. All right, guys. How much time do you think this moron got? Colin says not enough. Guys, make sure to hit the like button. Let me see. So she was charged in the abandonment. Of course, they tried to say, oh, she suffered from postpartum depression and had postpartum psychosis. Please, guys, come on.
And I'm just trying to tell you that I have mental health issues. I'm extremely distraught. I feel like my whole life is ending.
Guys, she has 3 other kids. Guys, so she got 30, so she got 50 years, guys. 50. She got 30 years for the first charge. Wait, hold on. Hold on, guys. Oh no. So she got 30 years. So she got 20 years for one, 30 with the other, and they'll be concurrent. So she got 30 years. She'll do 75% of the time. She'll do 22 years or whatever. Guys, what do you think? You know? Yeah, yes, you called it about 25 years. Yeah. Demons, man. Here's another one, guys.
A woman convicted of killing her 3-month-old daughter will spend the next 25 years in prison. Vanessa Wolf was found guilty of second-degree murder in November. Her baby was found dead in an apartment on L Street in October of 2014.
Damn.
Investigators say the baby had 16 fractured ribs and was severely...
16 fractured ribs. Guys, how many ribs do we have? Look.
Malnourished when she died. This morning, a judge sentenced Wolf to...
Look at that broad right there, guys. That's the chick right there. Look at that. Look at that, guys.
25 years to life in prison. Prosecutor Gina Pearl calls the sentence a victory. We're very pleased with the sentence that she...
No, she should have got life without the possibility of parole. Look at that. All these chicks. Look at this. This chick hung her baby. Child neglect. All these cases, man. Look at that, man. Absolutely insane. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so here's the case of the chick that actually kidnapped another person's baby and then ran away with it. Watch.
Sentencing begins for a woman convicted of kidnapping a newborn from her hospital room and then raising the child as her own. Gloria Williams pled guilty to posing as a nurse and abducting Kamaya Mobley from a Jacksonville, Florida hospital in 1998. Williams then raised Kamaya for 18 years while living...
18 years. She had this little girl away from her family for 18 years.
In South Carolina. A tip led to her arrest last year. Today, Kamaya's birth mother faced her daughter's kidnapper in court.
It doesn't heal now. I'm still hurting. When you reaching out to my child, that is my child. I am your mother, Kamaya.
The sentencing hearing is expected to last 2 days. Williams faces up to 22 years in prison.
That's crazy, huh, guys? Absolutely insane. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we go again, guys.
On WPTV.com and with a push alert on our mobile app. A woman accused of shaking a baby and threatening to drop her in a dumpster. The baby is okay.
Guys, are we shocked? Are we shocked that the Dunderhead looks like this? Are we shocked? I'm not.
This woman is now under arrest. News Channel 5.
You know, homegirl's about 15 years, 20 years past the wall, but, you know, I smash. I keep the lights off, but I smash.
Rory Dunning working this story for us tonight.
Right here.
Doctors believe the newborn will be okay, but they will have to do future testing to make sure there's no permanent damage.
Jesus.
Meantime, detectives with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office say that credit should go to neighbors who jumped in to stop this woman from dropping the baby in the trash can. It's this dumpster near the corner of Southwest 5th Street and Southwest Avenue D where neighbors say Tuesday they saw LaChanzy, known as Chance Horbs, violently shaking a baby and trying to throw her in. According to the police report, that's when they jumped in, trying to get her to stop. The report states the baby was crying and Horbs thrust the baby violent enough to cause the baby's head to snap back, and someone was able to take the 1-month-old child away from her. The baby's legal guardian told investigators she got into an argument with Horbs, who walked towards her home with the baby before shaking it. Horbs' relation to the baby is redacted in the report, but she did admit to investigators that she shook the newborn and held her over the dumpster. This woman is now facing child abuse charges. She bonded out of the Palm Beach County Jail with a $10,000 bond. In Belgrade, Tori Dunnan, WPTV News Channel 5.
Demons, man. Demons. Guys, we can keep going. Yeah, guys. Let's keep going.
Neighbors hear a sound coming from their trash can.
They found their baby out of the garbage can.
The infant is a girl. Paramedics arrive and police soon follow. Hours later, the infant's mother is escorted from her Kearns home.
And now we take you to the Salt Lake City suburbs. Neighbors hear a kitten meowing from inside a trash can that's sitting in their yard. But when they go out to rescue the kitten, it's not a little animal. It's a newborn baby girl thrown away like trash. Straight out to Jim Kirkwood, KTKK. What happened, Jim?
Apparently, this young woman, who the parents claim is developmentally disabled, had the baby. In fact, the bizarre part of this, Nancy, the parents were in the front room visiting. She went to the bathroom, had the baby, didn't make a sound. And then after the parents left, the next morning, put the baby in the trash.
A story we broke on WPTV.com and with a push alert on our mobile app. A woman accused of shaking a baby and threatening to drop her in a dumpster.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, because look at that. And then here we go. Guys, we're going to keep going, right?
The NYPD says the search has actually spanned multiple locations. The NYPD says the search has actually spanned multiple locations today in Brooklyn and Queens, including in Ozone Park, where the woman lives. We went there and talked to her landlord and neighbor. Do you see anything regarding the garbage? Because police are looking in the garbage.
No, I take that. They always pack the garbage in the small bag. Then I pick up and put in the big bag. The bag's right there.
Bags spilled out into the street. The garbage was supposed to be picked up today, but an ambulance sped up to the house on 114th in Ozone Park just after midnight. Police say a 23-year-old woman who lives in the basement apartment was suffering stomach pains. After being examined at Jamaica Hospital, it was determined she recently had a baby. She confessed to police this morning she gave birth prematurely at home on Sunday and put the fetus in the trash. Police say the fetus was believed to be at 28 weeks. Do you know she was pregnant?
No, I don't know. But actually, she always looked like with a big, healthy girl.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that, man. Absolute. Guys, hold on. Let's take a break and go to Baltimore. Look at this, guys.
Welcome back. We count on them during our worst moments, but many of us don't realize the constant threat faced by healthcare workers. Savage attacks from the very people they're trying to help.
That's right. Healthcare workers are 5 times more likely to be injured by violence on the job than any other lines of work.
Especially in Baltimore. Right, guys?
Senior investigative reporter Lisa Fletcher has reported on this for years now, and now she's asking why more hasn't been done to protect our critical caregivers.
Patients in emergency room triage are at their most vulnerable.
This is the room where I was assaulted.
But it is doctors and nurses across the country
Look at
who are
that.
increasingly finding themselves defenseless to violent attacks in those safe
Dang,
spaces.
Nug Nug's wailing on this chick.
She basically stood up, punched me, and I did fall off my chair into this desk here.
Beaten and bruised, Maryland nurse Lisa Fisher was left with a black eye and 3 stitches.
You must have been so shocked and disoriented. Totally shocked. I had no idea it was coming.
I'm trying to get help. But those unpredictable attacks are happening more.
He's got the blinky, man.
More often than you might think.
It is definitely on the rise. And it's not just here. It's not just my county or Maryland. It's nationwide.
Where is the injured nurse? The nurse is
At the hospital.
in the floor.
This Florida nurse was nearly beaten to death.
Whoa! Look at that. Guys, look at that. Can you imagine these healthcare workers are clocking into their shift every night? And it's,
ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
By a patient. This Pennsylvania gunman used nurses as human shields. And these are the faces of doctors recently murdered at work in Oklahoma and Tennessee. And it's getting worse. In 2015, a survey found 47% of emergency room doctors and 1 in 4 nurses reported being physically assaulted at work. 10 years later, a staggering 91% of ER doctors and 80% of nurses report violence on the job.
wow. The Waffle House taking notes.
I can say, just in hospitals that I'm aware of, we've had, more than 6 incidents. Several nurses have been hospitalized. Several nurses have not been able to come back to work or have had permanent impairments. And that's just really in the last 2 or 3 years.
Only a dozen states have laws requiring healthcare employers create workplace violence prevention plans. Just this month, Virginia joined that list, requiring hospitals to create a system to document and track violence.
What's that gonna do? Or guys, go to the hospital that's in the nice part of town,
Attempts at the federal level to protect healthcare workers, but none has become law.
When you look closely, this has become a real national crisis, really.
Maryland's U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen is co-sponsoring a bill that requires healthcare employers to create a violence prevention plan.
In 2021, a similar bill had 145 co-sponsors. In 2023, a similar bill had more than 170 co-sponsors, yet both times it got derailed. Where do you think the hiccup is?
Well, there's some folks that just don't like the idea ever of putting in place sort of workplace safety regulations. They prefer sort of a free-for-all environment. I think that's a mistake.
Who needs to buck up, and who's been preventing action up until now?
Well, we'll see. We've introduced this piece of legislation. We hope to get it over the finish line.
We're almost done.
This moment.
As she's doing her job,
we're almost there, almost done.
It's time for Congress to do theirs.
We are here to help people. We are nurses that get into these unpredictable situations.
I was like, you need a jiu-jitsu class.
Sometimes, out of our control. But being assaulted is not part of our job.
There's also legislation being floated in both houses that would make it a federal crime to assault a healthcare worker on the.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Absolutely insane. Okay, here we go.
The NYPD says.
Let's get back to where we were going. Here we go.
A woman who claims she was pregnant says she lost her baby after being beaten up by 3 women.
Now, guys, what do you think that these women look like? Okay? Guys, what could these women possibly look like that would beat a pregnant chick so bad that she would miscarry? Guys, I want you to describe in the chat. What? what you think these dunderheads look like, right, guys?
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Look at that, guys. Yep, the usual suspects, B-dubs, right? Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Alex Coleman. April has the afternoon off.
Captain Palsy, what's up, my friend?
Charged her alleged attackers, and as WREG's Jessica Knox report, she was in court as they appeared before a judge.
3 suspects are being.
Man, homegirl here she can get it, man. You know, she's probably like one of the hottest B-dub reporters I've seen on
A pair of titties make you want to stand up and beg for buttermilk.
Charged for allegedly fighting a woman. According to the affidavit, all 3 suspects knew the victim was pregnant, but that did not stop them from kicking her in the stomach. 2 of them appeared in court today.
You're here to be arraigned on the charge of aggravated assault.
Both Dayla Suggs and Tanai.
I told you guys, we called it. Look at that. We have Rajai Stradamus. We have Tom Stradamus. We have Steve Stradamus. We have Dante Stradamus. We have Palsy Stradamus, right? You know what I'm saying? Guys, we called it.
Buster can face up to 15 years in prison and a $10,000 fine if convicted of the charge. You can see Suggs smiling in her mugshot.
Of course she is. Right, guys? Of course she's smiling in her mugshot. Right, guys? Right? Demons, man. Absolute demons.
And she did the same thing in court today.
Smiling. Smiling and waving at the camera. Look at this, guys. Guys, can you think of anything so evil? Look at that. Look at that, guys. Demons.
The affidavit states on July 2nd, the victim notified Memphis police that Suggs texted her that she was coming over to fight her and the victim's family member at a field next to her house. The victim told police 10 minutes later, Suggs texted, "We're here." The victim said she went outside. Suggs began punching her until she fell to the ground. She says that's when Luster began kicking her in the back and the stomach while a third suspect recorded. The victim told police she was 3 months pregnant at the time and provided officers with documentation that she lost a baby 3 days after the fight. We asked Memphis police if the charge of aggravated assault reflected a loss of an unborn child. They say the district attorney office reviewed the facts of the case, and he determined that the probable cause supported this charge. Charges can be amended. Back in court, Judge Sheila Bruce Renfro tells both ladies their bond.
The bail has been set at $25,000.
That's it.
Luster and Suggs tell the judge they are not sure if they can hire a lawyer, but they are certain their family will bail them out.
If you're still here and they haven't hired you a lawyer, I will give you a public benefit.
Reporting for your news leader, I am Jessica Knox, WREG News, Channel 3.
That's all. That's all their bond is. This is why this keeps happening over and over and over again. It's because their bonds are so low and there's no consequences. Look at that. Guys, here, I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I'll let our second favorite play here.
Nothing.
You swing over here.
I will make sure that I don't go anywhere out of you guys' when I start breathing. I promise you. Oh, I promise you.
All right, ma'am. Thanks for being cooperative.
Oh, no. No problem.
Just let go of your hands. Yep. Where's that knife that you brought out?
I don't have a knife.
Okay, stop flexing your hands.
All of my clothes and my belongings are in my car. Do you see all of my things?
So it's...
Do you, excuse me, anybody with a brain, do you see all of my clothes and my things in my
We
car?
might need 2 cups, actually. Yeah.
There's probably a spatula and a rubber set of tongs.
Oh, it's really hard to cuff somebody when you're cuffing them with a knife, right? You guys all have knives, right? What? This is ridiculous. I'm gonna wait here until you guys find the knife. Okay? I'm gonna wait here until you guys find the knife. Okay?
I can smell the alcohol.
You're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the seat. And I've been eating 2 bags of them. Yeah, it's garlic. I know, it's really garlicky.
All right, man. Go ahead and step out this way.
Dude,
We're gonna step
the
back that way.
croutons are right there.
Not your cruiser. Back that way, man. To your left.
I'm gonna wait until you guys find the knife, okay?
Go ahead and step this way.
Yeah, no problem.
Ma'am.
Just leave me alone. What?
You want it first?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication and I want my croutons, please. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought somebody was talking to me.
Yep, you can walk and talk.
Isn't she a peach, guys? Look at that, dude. Look at that. Here we go.
Bail review hearing for both suspects is set for Monday. The third suspect has a warrant.
Someone has said they need the Sean Connery. Thomas Brown said, "Is that a James Bond reference?" Oh, Thomas Brown. You've never seen the Sean Connery interview? There are times where a woman has to get the last word, and she just won't stop. And there are times where you have to give her a smack. But you don't use a closed fist. Oh, dude, what a legend, man. What a legend. Okay, here we go, guys. We have a couple more of these, and then we have some body cam footage here. Let's see.
A young mother from America is being investigated for her newborn baby's death in France. The woman is accused of throwing the baby from the second-story window of a Paris hotel.
Look at that. Look at that, guys.
The infant was taken to the hospital but did not survive.
Jesus.
Authorities have not released the woman's name, but multiple media agencies are reporting she's 18 years old. Prosecutors say she is.
You know for a fact that if this was a guy, his face will be plastered all over international news. Demons.
Part of a group of young adults traveling in Europe. Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more.
Damn, look at that, guys. Here we have another one. Where are we here?
It's difficult to watch. A teen mom drives up to the dumpster. In the back seat is her newborn, stuffed in a trash bag. Then you see her coldly tossing the baby boy right into the dumpster.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. You guys, I tell you. Right? Oh, Thomas Brown, Dante, Rajai, Captain Palsy, Steve, all you red pill guys, all you guys sound like you hate women. You sound like you're misogynist, right? And guys, what do we always say, right?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Because guys, they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth, man. And they always try and explain it away, but we know the truth, guys.
Like garbage. She drives off, apparently not realizing every move she made was captured on surveillance camera. It's 36 degrees in Hobbs, New Mexico, but the story
Ohio, New Mexico, Florida
doesn't end there. Nightfall comes. That same surveillance camera captures a miracle. As 3 dumpster divers scavenge for goods, suddenly they hear what they think is a cat. They retrieve the garbage bag. Miraculously, the baby is alive. You see the woman taking charge, her maternal instincts kicking in. She cradles the baby. You even see her kiss the infant. They call 911.
911, where is your emergency?
We just found the baby in the trash.
Is it breathing?
Yes, ma'am. He still got his umbilical cord. He's whimpering. He was not crying, actually.
The woman in the video seen comforting the child is April Natal.
She could have took him to the hospital.
See? Isn't it funny, guys? How all of these women try and speak for each other in the sisterhood thing, to where, like, she just can't believe that this happens. Guys, we can, because we know they're demons.
Took him to a church, took him somewhere other than throwing him away like a piece of trash.
The teen mom was quickly tracked down. She is 18-year-old Alexia Avila and now faces attempted murder and child abuse charges. She reportedly delivered the baby earlier that day in the bathroom at home. The baby has now been named Saul. A terrible beginning. And
all right, guys, I'm gonna see if I can find the update to this case. Alexa Avila baby dumpster. All right, guys, how much time do you think she got? In the chat, guys, let me know. And guys, you can also hit the StreamYard link. Anyone who wants to call in, guys, look, guys, she got 16 years. That's all she got. She got child abuse involving bodily harm. Carlos X has 5 years. Carlos X, what's up, dude? Guys, if this was a man who did this, he would get life. Look at that. And then she has the nerve to say in court she wants to learn how to deal with stress and anxiety. It says that she regrets missing out on her son's first milestones. I regret his first hours of life were traumatic, and I regret that he'll always have this in the back of his head and will think that I don't love him because that's all he'll read and hear. That's not true. I do love him. I truly do. Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run on muck.
What a joke. What an absolute fucking... Guys. Why do these daytime lives always make me swear? Now, guys, here's a shorter version of this story because I also have the full story here. Let's do this. Now, do you guys remember this story here? Remember this?
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It's not. What did you do to it? Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What?
In one of the most incomprehensible crimes that the nation has ever seen, a newborn baby is found deceased at Artesia General Hospital in New Mexico. Where exactly the baby was found is what makes this case so shocking. Even more gut-wrenching is the unbelievable lengths a young woman...
What's even more gut-wrenching, guys, is it took them months to actually go to their house and arrest her. Because, guys, I have that footage too, and then maybe I'll do a whole live stream on this. Because there's another story of a chick who did this in college, and guys, she's laughing about it. She's laughing about it. She thinks it's funny. And then this chick here, she got caught after cutting the baby out of another woman.
I found the woman this morning.
Yes. Look at this, guys. Absolutely insane, guys.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Mexico. Where exactly the baby was found is what makes this case so shocking. Even more gut-wrenching is the unbelievable lengths a young woman went to in an attempt to cover up her monstrous deed. In the early morning hours of January 27, 2023, 19-year-old Alexi Treviso, also known as Lexi, checked into the emergency room at Artesia General Hospital as she was experiencing lower back pain. Her mother, Rosa Treviso, accompanied her. It wasn't uncommon for her to endure this sort of pain, as she was known to have hip and spine problems. However, this instance would prove to be something different. Around 1:40 a.m., Lexi informs the medical staff that she needs to use the restroom. During this time, her mother checks on her to make sure that everything is okay. 15 minutes go by before a nurse does the same, but Lexi claims that she's merely having trouble going to the bathroom. However, the nurse is growing suspicious of the noises she can hear from inside. It sounds as though the paper towel dispenser is being used over and over again, while the toilet is being flushed several times and the sink is continuously running. It was all very strange. After 20 minutes and no sign of Lexi, the medical team has become extremely worried and notifies her that they're going to open the door. However, the teenager beats them to it. As she walks out, no one could have expected the horror scene left behind.
Crazy, guys.
The entire restroom is coated in blood. Even worse, there's blood also dripping down Lexi's legs. She's quickly rushed to treatment, but unbeknownst to the doctors, something unthinkably sinister has just taken place inside that restroom. While Lexi is being checked for injuries, a housekeeper is tasked with cleaning the bloody mess left behind, where she notices that the trash can seems heavier than usual. As she looks inside the bin, she makes the utterly tragic finding: what appears to be a newborn baby boy inside a plastic trash bag. She frantically alerts the nurses who confirm the sickening news. Sadly, there are no signs of life. Officers have just been called to the scene.
You know what's crazy though, Dante? It's not just Sharia law. If you actually look at if there was an actual Christian theocracy, like if you were to actually go by like how a lot of the ancient like biblical societies were, they actually wouldn't be much different other than the whole praying thing and all that other stuff. But guys, if you look at like so that women wouldn't have to wear hijab, but you can actually interpret Christian texts. That's why you look at Mennonite women are always covered. Amish women are covered. They have to cover their hair and their especially in church. There's versions of the Southern Baptist where like in church they have guys, nuns are covered. They have to cover their hair too. So there's actually very similar things between like if you were to live in a theocratic Christian country and a theocratic Muslim country. If you actually go by like the actual Christian laws.
Where medical personnel informed them of the heartbreaking discovery.
Damn.
Police asked to speak with Lexi before being taken to her room, where the shocking truth is only seconds away from being uncovered.
I'm sorry. We discovered a dead baby.
Now, I don't understand this. Did this dunderhead think that she was going to not get caught? You absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman. In the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. He came out at me and I didn't know what to do. Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth. Scared. It was not crying or nothing. What did you do to it? Okay, stop right here.
What did you do to it?
Stop. Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly. Yeah. I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her up there as soon as possible. Okay. I need your permission to transfer her medicals. She's 19. Oh, you're right. To make sure that you're safe, I need to send you to Loveless to labor and delivery. Will you please agree to that? Yes. Yes.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, that's great.
I think she only got 3 years for this too.
I'm gonna work on that. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved. Nothing was crying.
Nothing was crying. What a joke. Demons, man.
No, nothing. I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and
Carlos, I gotta correct your statement. a lot of 304s don't think more than 10 seconds ahead, okay?
There'll be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Before the incident occurred, upon Lexi's arrival at the hospital, she was asked if there was a possibility that she could be pregnant. However, both she and her mother adamantly denied there was any chance. Lexi apparently told the nurses that she was currently on her menstrual cycle. Just to be sure, she was given a pregnancy test. The first wave of shock came with the result. The test came back positive, but that obviously wouldn't be the last surprise. Because she's bleeding significantly, Lexi is going to be transported to Lovelace Medical Center in Roswell, New Mexico.
I'm the charge nurse here. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
As if that matters. How big is the baby? Because, guys, once again, here we go. Captain Palsy, Ray Thomas. See? Because these dunderheads don't consider non-full-term babies to be human beings. I told you guys. I told you. Oh, well, it's just a clump of cells. It's a parasite. Fucking people. I swear to God. They're demons, man. Demons. And guys, somewhere out there, there's a father of this baby. He might be a 19-year-old or 20-year-old or whatever. How do you think he feels?
9 months? Nothing was crying. Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail? Nothing was crying.
Any other questions? Okay. So as of right now, like I'm gonna say this, we're gonna have the detectives come over here and they're gonna talk to you, okay? We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement, they're gonna get the doctor's statements, they're gonna get everybody's statements, okay? So I don't know everything yet, okay? So I'm not gonna tell you. I can't tell you nothing, okay? All I can say
She's not gonna go to jail.
right now.
Do you see how they can't even comprehend what's going on? They're just demons, man. Guys, I'm not religious at all. Oh, Apex. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Red Doors here. How's it going? Guys, I can only describe this behavior as demonic, honestly. And to me, demonic's the only word that sums up just evil beyond description,
No, right now she's being detained. So she's not gonna leave from here at all, period. Okay. So one of us
Is it in your custody?
Yeah, she's detained.
Lexi reportedly seemed as though she was desperately trying to hide her pregnancy from the medical team, in addition to her mom. According to one of the nurses, when asked to lay down, Lexi would try to maneuver away. Although lower back pain wasn't cause for too much concern, they noticed that she was unable to keep still and wasn't, quote, acting right.
Who was the baby at?
I don't know. I have no clue yet. Like I said, I just talked to the charge nurse. We're still getting all the information right now. Okay. Once we get that information, like I said, the detectives, they can clue you in on everything and talk to you more about it. All right.
Unfortunately, because the baby wasn't showing any signs of life, the medical staff came to the conclusion that there would be no use in trying to resuscitate him, and he was pronounced dead at 2:28 a.m.
Look at that, guys.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth. What did you put in there?
517-336-460.
It came out of the bag. You put it in the bag?
Yes.
So what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble.
You could be in trouble for this?
Okay. Let me speak to the detectives whenever she's ready, okay? You ready for the second one? Second one is 512-401-333. Last three of that second one. Okay. Because I think it makes it worse. We're not going to stay here, okay? Because I think it makes it worse every year. All right, obviously. And I know you're scared. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay on the outside of the door, okay? As long as you promise me you're not going to hurt yourself. Okay. Like I said, this is a lot. I know it is. So.
And placed inside of the helicopter, where she will be transferred to Lovelace Medical Center for further treatment. However, the twisted investigation is only just beginning. Tragically, an autopsy would later reveal that there were signs of life after the birth.
Look at that, guys.
The baby ultimately suffocated from being placed inside of the tied plastic trash bag. Because of this, the death was ruled a homicide. On May 10th, 2023, Lexi was placed under arrest and charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. A little over a week later, she was released from jail on a $100,000
gave her $100,000 bond. Guys, they would never give a guy that.
bond. She will be allowed to finish out the school year and attend her graduation without being required to wear an ankle monitor.
Look at that. Look at that. What's this girl's name? Well, she's an adult. Let's see. Alexi Trevino. Let's see. Let's see. The trial got delayed. They're trying to sue the hospital to say that it was the hospital's fault that the baby died. Wow, look at that, guys. As of 4 months ago, guys, there's no updates. So this happened this long ago. And once again, so the case is still ongoing. But anyways, guys, we're at the hour and a half mark. You know, guys, I appreciate you as usual. Guys, I'll have a daytime live where we'll go over Jeff St. John's other the therapist, his other clips with those two chicks. And then, guys, he will be on the panel on Thursday. So, but all right, you guys, appreciate you. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.